Hi everyone. Welcome to your monthly meditation for the month of October. So this month's meditation I'm doing slightly different, not a lot different. Before we hop into the meditation, there were some things that I was called to bring to you. And so if you're using this meditation, and I hope you are, daily this month, after you listen to this the first time, you can scoot forward and I'll try to keep it brief. But when I was asking what your meditation should be focused on this month, I got a whole big long story. And I thought, okay, well that's not going to fit in a meditation. And then it just became clear I just need to share something with you and that you all can do whatever you need to with that information, but that it's information you need to have this month of October. Okay. So the message that came through that you all needed to hear was about the Merkaba and about the light body. So we'll start at ground, at the beginning. So we have triangles, and all geometry has, spiritual meaning, and you have sacred geometry that mean very particular and beautiful things. Symbolism is one of our best gifts as for messaging in this 3D realm. We see something, we know analytically what it means, and then we go, okay, how does it resonate with my heart? What does it pertain to in my life right now? Triangles, I'm a big fan of, right? There's one on my arm. The upward facing triangle there's lots of symbolism, but the basic is that it's masculine energy, okay? Then you have a downward facing triangle, which is feminine energy. And we want a balance. We are striving for balance between masculine and feminine energy, regardless of what gender we are, or regardless of what body we got this incarnation, okay? And that we're striving for balance. When you overlay a top triangle with the bottom triangle, you get the Star of David, okay? So beautiful symbol. This is considered the birth of wisdom, is when these two are overlaid and the Star of David, right? So you have masculine energy, you have feminine energy. When they unite, you have a birth of wisdom and balance, okay? So we're just speaking, some overall symbolism here, because one, you all want to know how to receive your signs, symbols, and omens, but this is a big one that I've been asked to bring to you this month. When you listen to your October reading and your new moon October reading, there's a lot about balance and karmic balance, and masculine and feminine energies we're always dealing with, but this year in particular, they've been a bigger topic. The birth of wisdom and this overlay of the triangles becomes the Star of David. When you take the Star of David and you make it a 3D piece of geometry, then you have the Merkaba, okay? And so I wish I had one. I used to have one and it didn't make it this trip, and now I know I need to go find one. But they're beautiful and you can look it up online. This is a call for us as unicorns, as our collective, to be working on our light body. It would be a great time to get a Merkaba in your life, wear it over your heart, keep it in your pocket, keep it near your bed, someplace where it's with you for extended hours during the day. This overlay of the masculine, the upward facing triangle with the feminine, the downward facing triangle, that becomes the Star of David, which is the birth of wisdom. This is believed to be perfect wisdom, right? The balance and the union between man and God. Now, again, gender aside and religion aside, this balance between the earthly 3D plane and this incarnation and divine spirit. And this is what we are striving for. This is what life is all about. We have to do the earthly doing. We need to strive. We need to have willpower. We need to produce and go and protect at times. But we also need to, surrender and receive and listen and be highly intuitive and be very connected to the divine spirit and what we feel and what we're knowing, right? And so the union of these two makes this beautiful symbolism. And then when you fill it with air, it becomes a 3D Merkaba. Okay, the Merkaba, I don't want to go into the whole, because I don't want to take up all of this time, but you all need to hear this about working with the Merkaba. The Merkaba is a divine geometry, right? It's a shape. It also references the light body. So you all may know very clearly about the 7 chakras that run, vertically through the body. There are more chakras than that. Then if you took this Merkaba this geometric shape, and put it in the center in your core, and you went, and then it would have a point, right, for each one of those triangle points in that 3D piece. This is considered the light body. And again, I'm not going to go into a ton of it. Just imagine this Merkaba, this 3D Star of David, around you. Think of each of those little points of the star as another chakra to engage, okay, and to light up. You go, oh, great, I just figured out the 7. I'm still balancing those every day. But consider each of these points your plug-in to divine spirit. So instead of having just one plug, right, you have all of these little points. And in our meditation, we do discuss and we do deal with our bubble, and that, 3 to 6 feet radius around us as our energetic aura. Well, really we're dealing with the light body, and there are plug-in points to it. And so it's like a switch, like an old school switchboard, right? Some of them can be pulled out and you're not operating at full frequency. And if we can pick up those little pieces and plug them in, that's what we want, okay? So you want to be connected to the light body. By getting on the mat as a unicorn on Unicorn Wellness, you are cultivating not only your physical 3D body, the alignment of the 7 chakras that we have known and that we generally work with, but you are cultivating this light body because it's that bridge between your physical body and the spiritual realms. These are like your cable plugins, old school telephone switchboard from your earthly physical body to the divine cosmos. Okay, so we typically think of being as a receiver from the top of the 7th chakra, and we are. But this is my dance space. This is your dance space. And dance spaces get muddled as we walk through life day to day. So in October, it's being gifted to share with you that we need to work on our light body. You're doing that inherently on the mat. You're doing it in meditation already, but that there needs to be an extra awareness in this meditation to plugging in, to really being crystalline and clear, and understanding that we're deeper and more than we knew, right? That it's not just 7. Ooh, now there's so many out here, okay? And then we've also got the chakras in our hands, right? Split, and our feet. So we need to be lighting up and connecting in a 3D aspect. So much as we talk about our lungs and our breathing capacity on the mat, the Merkaba is like the lungs of your soul. So that we want to make sure we're moving in a 3D space. So just visualize that. We're going to be working with that in your meditation this month, and I needed you to hear that. If you feel called to go find a Merkaba, to go look them up, to do more research, please do. Go explore. I would suggest getting one, and I'm like, I need to run out today too, because this message came to me today of wearing one. And I'm wearing quartz this month because it's an overall balancer and right over your heart, and then that amplification, and it runs through that center channel. But, Mama's going to go get a Merkaba too to wear right in tandem with that. So I encourage that because I think for most people, if you're not in this astral plane of really connecting and lighting up and have never done a light body activation prior, that the Merkaba just, it's like it breaks open the seed of it to help cultivate that and balance it with more strength and more support. Okay? Okay, there we go. Gift of the Merkaba this month for you all. There's so much about karmic balance for this month. So we need to be working on all cylinders. Like, we need to understand ourselves emotionally, intellectually, physically, and those things need to really have a partnership in the seen and the doing and the earthly and the grounded, but they equally need to have a partnership in the cosmos with surrender, with trust, with faith, and with love, always, okay? Fate and free will, seen and unseen. These are the important pieces, and we're being called to it in a big way in October. So find a comfortable place to sit or to lie down. Whatever setup works for you is just fine with me, okay? Wherever you are, take a moment to inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Close your eyes. Stretch through the crown of your head. Reach the tailbone long. Give yourself another breath to focus on inflating the space in between each vertebra so that you have enough space for those intervertebral discs to fluff like little pillows to give your joints space. When there is space in your spinal column, you're also giving space for cosmic energy to run up and down in those original 7 chakras. You want the lines clear, like a little tube of neon lighting. So focus on breathing in through your nose, clearing and lengthening the line. Notice if there's tension in your body anywhere, in particular your shoulders and your neck. Try to release, try to breathe through it. And really visualize a neon tube of light running up and down your spine. White light. Big selenite stick, right? And in this breath, just continue breathing in a natural way, but with awareness of filling up your lungs. So it's a longer breath than you're used to. It will slow down your patterns. It will slow down your sympathetic nervous system. And in this breathing, focus on your sits bones also being those glowing neon lights or looking like the healing crystal selenite. And let those sits bones anchor into the earth like a plug. That there's a growth beyond your physical body, and it does act like a 2-prong plug into Mother Earth. Then imagine a Merkaba, the 3D sacred geometry in your torso. So it's going to cover and straddle the space between your chest, your heart chakra, and your solar plexus. It's big. And it grows and inflates to 3 to 6 feet beyond your physical body. At each of the points of this Merkaba, imagine that they each are a plug into the ethers, into the cosmos, into divine spirit, into God, your higher self, your guides, and your guardian angels. And allow each one of those points to plug in energetically. And feel like someone flipped the switch to more energy and more flow than you've ever experienced before. It's calm. Keep scanning your Merkaba, going from point to point, checking to see if each little point is lit. Like a white, crystalline, neon light. Notice if yours are different colors. They might be. Make sure to scan the back of your energetic body. Don't forget about back there. That you are now consciously hooked in to the collective consciousness, the greater good, eternal flow. What does that feel like? Every time you take a breath, allow yourself to be flushed with that white light, to be cleansed of the blocks, the negative energy, the false paradigms and old behaviors got stuck just because they were in a corner in a crevice. Consciously clean out the muck of your light body. This is your sparkle and shine. It comes from within, but it comes from the cosmos. As above, so below. As within, so without. Simply breathe and resonate in this light body. It doesn't have to feel like one thing. It doesn't need to be epic. You just need to sit in it, imagine it, visualize it. If visualization's not super accessible for you, just think about it. That's it. Sit in your Merkaba. Sit in your connection. Sit in the cleansing, the energizing, the empowering, the clearing, and the cleansing of your balance between this 3D earthly realm and the divine spirit. Bringing yourself to the altar of the universe is important. It's a pleasure, it's a gift, it's an honor, it's a practice. It's just habit. Cultivate the habit of sitting, plugging in, grounding in Mama Earth through your sits bones, plugging in, cleansing, flushing, bringing your full energetic levels online through the Merkaba. Allow the present moment of plugging in to energize you and to fluff your aura. It doesn't have to be a full fire charge of guns blazing. It is more neon. It's a buzz, an internal flow, a quiet constant. Can you see each ray, each point of the Merkaba blend and spread into your very own crystalline bubble around you of protection, of love, of will, of creation, of higher resonance? What would it feel like to move through your days in this bubble, knowing you are always protected, you are always loved, you are always okay? And better than that, magic. You are capable of affecting change with your energy, rather than constantly feeling at the mercy of everyone else's. When you practice and cultivate the skill of holding a lit up light body, you affect change in the world. You can be at peace. You release the hurry, you release the worry. You are not unprotected in the world. Now imagine that somebody flipped one switch and all those lights went off. Energy and protection just drained from you. Gone. That doesn't feel very good, does it? This is what we can feel like when the light body is not on, when our connection to the universe is not plugged in consistently. Meditation brings us and allows us that plug-in. Getting on the mat allows us that plug-in and that time and that protection. Higher vibration fruits flip that switch on. Mat time flips that switch on. Meditation flips that switch on. Allow the switch to go on again. Hear that soft, gentle hum, like the very first computer that was ever created. The fan that keeps it cool. And every breath, every inhale inflates and strengthens that crystalline globe around you. Will it be perfectly on all day, every day? No, probably not. Can you return to this place of being plugged in and protected and remembering that you are a child of God, a child of the universe, a child of the cosmos, a child of goddesses? And again, return to that place of wholeness, empowerment, protection, and love. Complete in and of yourself. This feeling, this energy, this plug-in requires no one else, nothing else, aside from you and a few moments to pause and reconnect and light up. I want you to hold the space of this crystalline light body energy around you. Do not disconnect from Mother Earth. Do not disconnect from the light body, from the cosmos, from the Merkaba. As you start to return to your day and into your body, bring this with you. Imagine that these connection points travel with you as you walk around your day, as you go to bed, as you get up, as you go to work, as you tend to your children, as you tend to yourself. You were never disconnected. We forget. Sometimes we don't make the conscious effort to light up, but we can. We often simply just need to be introduced to the concept that it exists and how to connect. These things were something better for the highest and greatest good of all involved. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, flutter your fingers and your toes. Take another good, long, anchoring breath. And see what it feels like to float around the world in your own bubble. If you're floating off to bed, blessed rest and sleep. If you're headed out into your day, have an amazing day. Genuinely remember that you are a child of the cosmos. You do have a protective bubble. The universe does have your back, but you have to be in co-creatorship with it. And sometimes we just forget to turn it on. Okay? As I was guiding you through this meditation, I'm holding a piece of selenite, which I forgot to mention in the beginning. So if you all want to work with selenite this month too, it's always a good one, right? It's in the Unicorn Wellness Handbook. It's a staple. But it helps integrate the light body into the physical body. It softens this bridge between the 3D and magic. Okay? All right. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for meditating with me. And I will see you next time. I love you very much.